Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda and this is the air signs reading for the collective between the 1st and the 8th of September. So it's going to be Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, and this is where I give you general guidance for the week coming up and what the tarot says. So let's get into it. I've already cleansed the cards and gave them a very good shuffle for everybody. I have a brand new deck, so it's been they're super slippery. And yeah, so Gemini, what do we have for Gemini, please? What do we have for Gemini? Okay, some of you are really feeling this Mars. It's come on to conjunct. I'm speaking to ascendants right now. So for those of you who are feeling very much Eight of Swords, some of you are feeling like you don't know which way to go, and that's because Mars has come onto the trioctile with Pluto retrograde. And during this week as well, we'll see the moon come into conjunction with Pluto retrograde, so that'll amplify the trioctile energy to Mars. And what that means is that you'll feel, I don't want to say argumentative, but people will be on edge, and there'll be like power struggles and wanting to dominate or control situations. So when you find yourself in situations like that, Gem, just be aware of it, notice it, observe it, and respond accordingly, you know. And sometimes the best response is no response. So you getting that Eight of Swords just then, I'm feeling for some of you, you don't know which way to go right now. For others of you, Gems, the message that was coming through before, can you give it back to me, please? More Mercury energy, Magician. One of you can say it's one of your cards. They were bringing me through a message about the Mars being on somebody's ascendant. I feel like there's this real big urge to go and do all the things and get involved in all the things. And this trioctile thing, the trioctile thing aspect to Pluto retrograde is giving me the vibe of, you know, you might want to go and start some shit. Just for shits and giggles. If that's the case, maybe refrain from that. Yeah, Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups was cool. I feel that many of you are using this energy to your advantage of like weighing up options and also what you want to change in your life. Yeah, so 3 cards for Gemini, please. 3 cards for Gem for the week. What do you have for them? No jump. Oh, I was going to say no jumpers. 4 of Wands is your first card out. And the second card, 2 more, please. Thank you. 1 more. There it is. Beautiful. So the second card out is the Knight of Wands, and the third card out, oh beautiful, the Two of Wands. So yeah, there's definitely some consolidation going on around the home, and maybe perhaps looking to see this week, like, do I want to move my location? 4 of Pentacles, we'll dive into the underlying energy momentarily, but we've got the 4 of Pentacles so far as the underlying energies. We'll have, so saving for that move, perhaps, Gemini, is what you're focusing on. However, the 4 of Wands, Knight of Swords to the 2 of Wands, I feel that either someone's been on holiday, or there's been a separation and someone's rushing back, is what I'm getting. And now you have an option to decide, Gemini. Yeah? Or perhaps, because this is your read, perhaps you're going back home from a holiday, or you're returning to someone from a separation, and now you're like having the communication to decide on what it is going forward. With the underlying energies, okay, you have the 4 of Pentacles, yeah, to the 10 of Cups. Okay, so it's like you don't want to let go of a good thing, is what I just heard. 7 of Wands to the Devil tells me that it has been challenging. So there's definitely been a separation here, because then you have the Page of Swords and the High Priestess. So you've either been hiding messages from somebody, or somebody's been hiding messages from you. Either it could be your partner or somebody hasn't been fully disclosing the truth here, is what I want to say, with the Devil, High Priestess, and the Page of Swords. So yeah, either you've been hiding messages from a partner, or you've been omitting truths and omitting details from a partner about what's been involved in certain messages, is the message that I'm getting right now. Or you have been omitting details to somebody else, not via messenger, but just in can you give it back to me, please? Because they gave it to me, it sounded like the same way, but it meant two different things. Can you bring that back, please? All right, Gem, it hasn't come back to me, so I'm going to have to leave it there for that. But yeah, either somebody has been omitting details of messages from you, to their person. That was it. Thank you so much. So yeah, so messages from you that you've been sending, somebody else has been hiding those details of those messages from their partner, perhaps, is what I'm picking up. Or it's you omitting details to your partner that you've been sending to other people. Does that make sense? Yeah, so I feel here with the Strength card and the Queen of Pentacles, yeah, to again, the Eight of Wands, so more messages. You've been communicating with a soulmate. Some of you haven't wanted to pick up the phone though. You haven't wanted to pick up the phone and have the conversation because you've been well aware of the deceit in the past. You can't make this shit up. Seven of Swords to the Ten of Swords after the Judgment card and the Two of Pentacles. All right, that's just freaking me out now. Yeah, you're not sure whether you want to entertain it or give them the time of day to explain themselves. Or this is somebody that doesn't want to do that for you, you know, give you the time of day to explain it. I feel very much so that this was perhaps an older person to you, with the Knights being out here and the Page being out here, considering it's the Strength, the Queen of Cups, with the Eight of Wands and the Six of Cups. So that's love messages to a soulmate. And I feel that, Gem, it's like you had a good thing and you messed it up, or you had a good thing and somebody else messed it up, based on this secretive messaging business that was going on here. Like, this does not spell good vibes, you know, like this is like obsessive secretiveness and addictions and spying, even with the High Priestess and the Page of Swords. Yeah, Gemini, so what are you doing? Are you a bit obsessed with somebody? This is obsessions as well. And you can't let them go because perhaps you do already have a family. So Gemini, are you playing two people at once, or are you being played by somebody, with another person at once, you know? Like, I'm surprised the Three of Cups isn't out here. But the Four of Cups with the Judgment card is like, your gut instinct is telling you not to do it. You know what I mean? Like, not to go through with it, but to close out the cycle for your benefit, all right? Because it's like, yeah, Two of Pentacles, you got Ten of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. So it's like, do I want to put an end to the cycle, or do I want to commit to it and put in the work required? You're really confused, or not confused, sorry, concerned about this ex coming back, or you being the ex coming back, that it's a karmic situation. So Gemini, this week, you got a lot to think about, I feel. Okay, maybe that's what the Eight of Swords was at the very, very beginning. You're up in your head about it, all right? Please watch the Virgo new moon video. There's a message in there at the end of the transmission, okay? It's got something to do with Mercury, and it's, can you give it to me, please? Oh, yes, because we're about to enter Mercury retrograde on the 10th. It's going to station to go retrograde, and then it will retrograde on the 11th. And then when it ingresses back from Libra back into Virgo, when it retrogrades back onto that 29 degrees of Virgo and 59 minutes of Virgo, from that point forward is when you'll get more clarity and more pieces of the puzzle. I'm pretty sure that's what it says in the Virgo new moon video, but please go and check it out, okay? I really do hope that serves. Please remember to check your other signs, your sun, moon, rising, and your progressed sun, moon, and rising are just as important as well, all right, Gem? So let me know how it goes. Drop it in the comments at the end of the week if you like, or if it arises. I would love to hear and connect with you and how it played out, yeah? I know you're going to make the right decision because you've got the judgment in your ear, which is like your higher awareness and your guides, yeah? Like your counsel. But I feel a lot of it with the strength card there as well that came out after the Page of Swords. I feel like a lot of it is either it's your ego or it's the other person's ego in regards to not being worthy enough now to come back or not being deserving enough to come back, whichever way that lands, all right? But it's self-worth stuff as well, Gemini, all right? So I'm going to leave it there and I will catch you on the next read, all right? So thank you for being here, Gems. All right, next up is Libra. Libra. What do we have for Libra, please, for the week of the 1st through to the 8th? All right, so Libra, you really felt it for that lunar return if you're watching for your moon sign. Because I have a feeling some of you actually have your moon or ascendant. I'm feeling moon. In direct opposition now to Chiron retrograde in Aries, which is at 15 degrees. So check I'm talking to the Libra moons right now. Suns and risings, you might want to double check your degrees as well, because if you're in opposition to Chiron, it is going to be a journey, as life always is. However, moons, Libra moons, with this lunar return that you felt in the opposition to Chiron retrograde, I just feel like it threw you through a loop for some of you. Yes? Granted, we have Jupiter off of that conjunction to Chiron right now, so it's like now that it's retrograded off of it, so it's kind of giving you a bit of breathing room. However, at the same time, it's been exacerbated, yeah, with Venus in Leo and also Mars having entered Gemini, and the Saturn-Uranus square has begun again because Saturn retrograde, Uranus retrograde. Saturn's been retrograding for a couple of months now and is now retrograded back to 20 degrees. So it's back onto that square to Uranus in Taurus at 18 degrees. So this is why it's like a flipped reality kind of thing happening with us all right now as a collective, yes? It's like we're seeing into the, we're getting glimpses of the twilight zone is what I just got told to say. Yeah. So for Libra, 3 cards, please. 3 cards for Libra. Okay, you got the moon and it landed in my sage, my shell with my sage and my hawk feather. If that's not a sign, Libra, and we were just talking about the moon for you, right? Wow. Okay. What is the significance here? We've got in this bowl, okay, in this shell, well, one, it's an abalone shell, see, or, yeah, see, not an abalone shell, sorry. I can't remember the correct term. It's my father's. He got it from New Zealand when he worked in the oyster shucking factory. It's got sage, Palo Santo in it, a hawk feather, a little bit of ashes, and it's got my own little concoction of like rosemary and lavender that I burned for protection at the start of the year. It's still got some left in it, so I left it there. So Libra, if you're needing some psychic or spiritual defense, if you are, especially if you're connecting in with the moon or doing moon magic or something like that, Libra moons, because the underlying energy of that card alone is the Tower, which is Uranus energy. Whew, that I've never had that happen before, like where a card's flipped into anything that's, do you know what I mean? It's the first time something like that's happened. Let's put it that way. And I've been reading and doing readings since 2018. All right, next card for Libra, please. We'll pull out and more messages on that as we go, all right? 2 more cards for Libra, please, for this week. Beautiful, they fell out together. So, first one out, the High Priestess. So, Cancer, Pisces energy. Some people say that the moon pertains to Pisces as well. However, I don't see it, to be honest with you, right? Like, this is a lobster, this is a dog, and this is a wolf. And, you know, yes, the crescent moon is here at her feet, right? Which gives me Isis and initiate vibes, to be honest with you. Just bear with me. I'm going to pick up that card off the floor. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Lucky I didn't have my chair up any higher. I thought it was the 4 of Cups. Libra, you're very internal right now. Very internal. All right. So, this week, you're not going to really want to be taking calls. You're not going to be wanting to really talk with anybody. You're going to be wanting to keep your cards close to your chest, is what they just said. With the moon card, as I said, flying out into the Sage Bowl, right? That just tells me that you need to re-cleanse your space. Re-cleanse your home, you know, grid your space. Do that sort of work. Because with the High Priestess here and then the 4 of Cups, it's telling me that you're ignoring your intuition, but I feel that's because the guides that you've been connecting in with aren't the guides that you think they are, is what I want to say, you know? So you got to be discerning and you got to clear your space, all right? Because especially with the moon of all cards flying into that Sage Bowl, there's something hidden from you right now that you're not seeing clearly, and that is backed up because the High Priestess is a very secretive card as well, okay? You feel like that things aren't going your way right now and that things are a bit boring. Granted, this in the traditional meaning of this card, he's quite content, and that's why he's not picking up the card or the cup from Spirit, which is represented by the cloud there. However, I do feel there's a bit of monotony and a bit of boredom going on for you, Libra. For others of you Libras, you are happy. You are content with the situation at hand, is what I've been told. So let's have a look at the underlying energies for you. Yeah, King of Cups, beautiful. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy again. Also, if you're dealing with a High Priestess type, they're just telling me if you're dealing, Libra, Suns, Moon, Risings, if you're dealing with somebody who is like a High Priestess energy, all right, I feel that you might get an offer from them in this week, but you're not going to be very open to taking it for some reason. For some of you, I feel that you're watching this for your Venus sign. So if that's the case, if you have, I want to say, if you have a shady type of Piscean come back, you're not going to want to be interested this week, right? Underlying energies. Let's go into underlying energies, okay? It's the King of Cups. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles to the 9 of Cups. Interesting. We have a reversal in the deck. That's so interesting because my cards are upright. Yeah. Page of Cups reversed. As I was saying, there's no either there. Okay, so there's either no offer coming in or you're going to reject an offer. Someone took their sweet ass time, I just heard. Sorry, Libra, to be the bearer of bad news. But I feel, yeah, you wanted them to come back and now you're like, meh. And they're coming back, all right? And maybe they're coming back with an offer that you weren't expecting, and that's why it's reversed, because you do have the Page of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords, and then the 7 of Pentacles with the 6 of Wands, then the 9 of Wands, 7 of Swords, 2 of Cups, 2 of Swords, 7 of Cups, Nine of Swords to the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Swords to the Three of Swords, to the King of Swords and the Lovers. Yeah, I had to go deeper because it kept on going shit. Libra, talk about the scales needing to be balanced here. Wow. All right, so Libra, I think this is on your side of things. I got to be real with you, Libra. Like, especially because of that energy in the underlying energies, right? I don't like leaving it on a negative card. The only reason I kept digging after the Six of Wands, okay, was because the Nine of Wands was under that. And then we went like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in. All right. 10, 11 if you want to include the King of Swords and the Lovers card underneath that. Libra, this, I'm going to read it as a whole read, right? I'm not going to break it up. I'm going to read you the story, yeah, that I see here. Either you left it too long to go back to somebody and tell them the truth of how you really felt. And now the offer that you're giving here, Page of Cups reverse, Page of Pentacles to the Knight of Swords, it feels out of desperation. It feels like you're trying to make up for lost time. And this is why the Seven of Pentacles is with the Six of Wands here. Because now it's like, oh my gosh, is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough considering all of the bullshit that happened in the past when we were good? And now it's going to put you in a Two of Swords, Seven of Cups, Nine of Swords energy. So this is your heads up. If you're going to proceed with making this sort of, it's not a half-assed offer, don't get me wrong, because I can tell that like you've been keeping a lot of things to yourself, right? However, this Nine of Wands, Seven of Swords, Two of Cups, Two of Swords, Seven of Cups, Nine of Swords, that straight up there tells me that it's a little, it's, what's that saying? It's like too little too late. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting, Libra. And especially with this Nine of Wands, Page of Swords, and then the Three of Swords to the King of Swords and the Lovers card to the Judgment. Libra, I think you were playing this game of let's fuck around, find out. You caught feelings and then you disappeared. And now this week, it's like you've been in this internal world. You've gotten really clear with what you do want, considering you've had the moon, your lunar return. And it opposing Chiron pushed on a lot of wounds. And that's what made you realize, like, shit, I've been projecting. Yeah? So what are you trying to do? Because it's like bad card, good card, bad card, good card, bad card, okay card, shit card, and then, all right, good cards. Do you know what I mean, Libra? So do you know what you really, really want? Or are you getting a bit of FOMO, fear of missing out? And that's why you're like going to try and come back and make one last stab for it. This is the vibe I'm picking up, Libra. Yeah, so for this week, for this next week, this is the energies you're going to be experiencing. I don't want to spell you like that. So let's just say this is a potentiality of what you might experience in your reality. And it doesn't have to be with a specific person. It could be with a business offer. It could be with just something in life in general. It's something that you've been non-committal to with the King of Swords and the Lovers to the Judgment. It's like you've been told to make up your mind for a very long time now, like 8 months I'm being told. 7 or 8 months you've been told to make up your mind about this connection or this project, right? And now you're just being told that you've got to take the leap of faith. But at the same time, Libra, if it is too little too late, especially from the other party's perspective, you can't be upset about that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't expect people to wait around for you, because at the end of the day, like, we all know that your inbox is full and you have a lot of people waiting in the wings for when you want to pick other people up. Do you know what I mean? So you can't be upset for someone moving on. Do you know what I mean? When you come back with this FOMO energy. I know that's a really brutal read. You don't want to hear it. And it's, you know, and I'm just being real with you. You know what I mean? Like, if we don't embrace our shadows and our darkness and understand and understand how we can be inconsistent in our lives, yeah, and how we can, you know, be human, yeah, if we can't integrate that and accept that within ourselves, how do we expect other people to do that for us? You know, so I'm all about alchemy on this channel. I don't ignore any aspects of my toxicity or my shadow or my behaviors, my programming, my conditioning, you know, like I embrace and accept it all because it's all there for my learning and my teaching. So I'm really, I do want to say I apologize for being so brutal. However, the cards don't lie, okay? Like, I can't make this shit up. I couldn't even put this spread together if I couldn't even imagine it. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, this week it's going to be testing. I'm not saying that you won't be speaking to this person. However, when you do, I feel there's an element of them being super receptive to your energy, and they can feel the inconsistency, and that is also going to be why they're going to maintain that boundary of, no, I have moved on, is what I'm feeling. Yeah, so apologies for the not so great news, but, or not but, because that deletes everything I said prior. I am sorry. I don't like it when I don't receive the greatest tarot readings. However, it all serves, and I make it serve with my perspective, yeah? And, you know, sometimes we get butthurt, and then then other times we don't do anything about it, we don't want to change. And then there are other times when we get butthurt by readings or by truths that were dropped on us, and we alchemize the shit out of that, and we turn it into a strength for ourselves, you know? So look at this as training. And how can you do better next time, you know? And yeah, remember that we're all a reflection. You have to learn how to discern what is being reflected to you and when it is that you're doing the reflecting. Yeah? All right, Libra. So I do hope that serves. I'm going to leave it there. Please connect with me in the comments. I would love to hear it, even if you don't want to say anything lovely, because that reading was quite harsh. You know, I'm more than happy to receive it. And if it's the other party, it's the other party. So don't put that in the comments, all right? Like, flip the roles as you need. However, this is your reading, yeah? So for Crosswatchers reading, if you're doing that to a Libra, this is your reflection, and that message is for you. Like, I believe every time you crosswatch for someone, you're reading yourself anyway. Yeah? So, there's that as well. Crosswatchers, I see you. Next up, Libra, please remember to check your sun, moon, or rising, your progress sun, moon, or rising, and my other videos, and my special offer in the description box below. And I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you for being here. Alright, next up is Aquarius. Aquarius! Excuse me. 3 of Swords, Aqua. What's going on? Saturn retrograding in your sign, squaring off to Uranus. Yeah, it could be pretty brutal. Venus, excuse me, coming into conjunction with Regulus very soon as well, at 0 degree Virgo, almost 1 degree of Virgo. So maybe that's in your opposition right now. Maybe you've had Venus opposing your sun, moon, or rising, and so that's kind of like, yeah. Well, you've got basically both of your ruling signs in square, because you were traditionally ruled by Saturn, don't forget. So the inner conflict is real. And then if you've had your sun, moon, or rising opposing Venus, depending on what house it's going to hit off at as well. For risings, of course, it's going to be in your 7th house. So no wonder you're heartbroken, like something would have ended. So apologies for that. And this week going forward, without even looking at the cards, if that's the case, every moment of every day going forward is going to be about healing and coming back to yourself, yeah? And using it as a learning experience. So let's get into it. Aqua. 3 cards for Aqua, please. For this week, 1st through to the 8th. 1. 2. Love it when they fly out. 1 más. 1 más. Oh, okay, you had 2 when I come out. 2 más. All right, first card out. 9 of Swords. Yeah. What was I just saying? Knight of Pentacles. We're going to take the Queen of Pentacles as the 3rd card, and then the card that's still facing downwards just here. Oh, you can see it on the camera. Cool. We'll take that as the clarifier. Pardon me. For the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Queen of Pentacles is your 3rd card out for this week, and the clarifier is 7 of Wands reversed. That was my itch as well. My hair's tickling my face. That's not for you. It's not reversed. Okay, fantastic. It's not reversed, guys. All right. So 9 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. This next week, you're going to be focusing on your money. All right. You're going to be focusing on how you can bring more finances in, how you can create more stability in your investments, and also how you can start on building finances for investments. Because with this 9 of Swords coming out with the Knight of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles, okay, a lot of people get this 9 of Swords card when they are up at night stressing about money. All right, and considering you got the Knight of Pentacles there, slowest moving knight of the deck, and then the Queen of Pentacles, just tells me that there's a massive focus on the fact of the income stream slowed down to a little bit of a trickle right now. Okay, Aquarius. Can you give me some more information on that, please, for them? This 7 of Wands is beneficial, though. Pardon me, but I have got, I use Blue Lotus oil for my face, and sometimes it gets in my eyes, and it really stings. Anyways. Oops. Pardon me a moment. I don't have makeup on. I've only got, well, I put mascara on, but sorry, Aquarius. I find it interesting that I'm like, I have something in my right eye while I'm trying to read for you as well, because the right is about the future. Okay, so what are you not seeing clearly? What opportunities are you not seeing clearly about your future right now with Saturn squaring Uranus? Yeah. For risings, of course, this is in your 1st house. Okay. Yeah, so where, if you're a sun or a moon, Aqua, what house is that in? Okay. And then look to where Taurus is to see what house that is in, and then that's the way you'll understand this square more. Taurus in your 5th. No, Taurus is in your 4th house. Sorry, Aqua. Sorry, I'm just trying to do the maths. I'm a little out of practice. Yeah, 4th house. So perhaps there's stuff going on. My eye is irritating the crap out of me. Sorry. Perhaps there's stuff going on in the home with Saturn squaring Uranus in Taurus, specifically relating to a mother figure as well. You got this a couple of months ago, actually, in one of the videos I did for High Vibe TV. Interesting. Okay, so look, clear that energy. Let's bring in new messages, please. I just heard no, go back to the mother thing. Okay. What is the mother thing that we need to know for Aquarius, please? Maybe it had something to do with a loan from the past, because my left eye has just started burning now. What's that saying about like a spot or a dot or something in one's eye? I believe it comes from Shakespearean days. Anyways, pardon me. Perhaps you've had to ask a parent or a mother specifically for a loan. Aqua, I'm going to have to pause this because I didn't even put that much oil on, because I know that this happens sometimes. So just bear with me. Pardon me. Sorry about that, Aqua. All right. So where were we? Mother. There's something about loaning money from the mother figure or something. All right. Bring it back for me. It has something to do with rent. It has something to do with relocating as well. And I feel that's what's stressing you out this week, okay? Please keep in mind that Mars, now that it's ingressed into Gemini, is coming on to a trioctile to Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. This is going to amplify any power struggles in connections and give some certain people, depending on how it's aspecting in their own natal charts, of course, it's going to make people want to dominate and control in situations. So the best way to manage this is to observe, witness and observe, and respond accordingly, yeah, and appropriately, if at all, okay? For you personally though, Aquarius, I feel this is reconnecting with, yeah, thank you, I'll tell them in a moment. This is reconnecting with your own inner feminine, your own inner mother aspect, all right? Because it's a knight going to a Queen of Pentacles, after the Nine of Swords, I feel you've been having very sleepless nights, potentially over a woman who is older than you, Aquarius. The Seven of Wands pertains to keep going though, like it's just a challenge. But also the other message coming through is about the Nine of Swords to the Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, gives me the vibe that you've been having very sleepless nights and suffering a lot of anxiety and such because you're ignoring and you're taking your time on addressing your inner masculine. I do feel like I'm speaking to a masculine right now, masculine energy. You're ignoring the little boy inside of you, all right? And so this is where you need to address yourself with your inner mother, your inner divine feminine aspect, to help her nurture the inner masculine. Now, a similar message came through in my weekly energy tip about the dark masculine and the dark feminine energies that will be arising this week. So I highly recommend that you check it out, okay? It's in there's playlist. I put everything in playlists, so yeah, just have a look there, and it's the last one that I did there, okay? And I just got chills all up the my right hand side arm here. So yeah, definitely go and do that. The arms pertain to control as well, like hands and wrists specifically are control. So if you are having issues with surrendering and letting go, and dropping in, I feel that's why perhaps you've been wanting to, you're projecting that lack of control of self, yeah, out onto the external, because you have no control in your own personal world, or, you know, this doesn't, I don't mean this to sound as harsh as what it does, but you don't have any control in your inner world, right? So you project, or in your personal world, so you try and project that control out onto other people around you, okay? And also Aquarius, I'm getting told that you need to check where your Nesus is, NESSUS, and I believe it's asteroid number 7066 or 86. You can find it in the extended chart selection on astro.com, all right? And then you can have a look to where your Jesus is, because that is an asteroid that is archetypally the abuser and the controller of what we like to be dominating other people with in our lives, yeah, and how we like to control. Okay, so definitely check it out. Underlying energies for you, Aqua. Yeah, the 6 of Wands to the 3 of Wands, 6 of Swords. This is an ego paradigm shift. Some of you are coming out of being a fuckboy energy because you realize that you've left yourself alone. And oh my goodness, again, all right, you have to go and look at the Libra reading, because the Libra got the Page of Cups reversed as well in an upright deck. And I put it in upright. And it's now reversed again for you, Aqua. So what Libra placements do you have, Aquarius? Go and check them. Go and check it out, and then have a look, because you've just got the Page of Cups reversed as well. That's unbelievable. Wow. All right, 6 of Swords, 3 of Wands, 6 of Wands to the Knight of Wands. Yeah, this is about a paradigm shift with regards to your own ego. 6 of Wands, sorry, 3 of Wands to 6 of Swords. Apologies, it was around the wrong way. Yeah, to the Knight of Wands, 5 of Cups, Page of Cups, to the 4 of Swords, the Emperor, that more dominating control energy. Please go and look to where Jesus is in your natal chart, for real. 4 of Swords to the Death card, to this Page of Swords, to the Knight of Cups, and the 4 of Cups. Definitely go and check out the Libra read, Aquarius, because I am picking up a very similar story here. My goodness. All right, so yeah, Jesus is playing out massively for you. Now, this tells your underlying energy, Aquarius. The Libra read was really brutal, just FYI, and this is brutal as well. 6 of Wands to the 3 of Wands and 6 of Swords to Knight of Wands tells me you are wanting to leave your fuck boy or girl ways behind you, yeah, because it made you miss out on opportunities, because you were afraid of being rejected, so you never made offers that you should have made. And now in hindsight, it's like, well, how can I plan to make that work better going forward? But then you have the Death card, the Page of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. So it tells me right here, I feel that you're surrendering to whatever emotion it is, and you're going to be putting the offer out there with the 4 of Cups and King of Cups, because you feel like there's enough time passed, even though you can't get over it, no matter how much work you do and try and distract yourself with all the other shiny things and all the other shiny, beautiful, sparkly people. You're ignoring what's in your heart. Yeah. 9 of Cups. You stayed single because you were scared of actually committing. Yeah. Or you like to say that you wanted to be single because you're actually afraid of intimacy, is what I'm getting more so with that Queen of Cups and 2 of Swords energy. Yeah. So, wow. This has the potentiality to work out really beautiful for you, regardless of what the response is from the other party involved. All right. At the end of the day, this is an inner game. Inner game, always. Always an inner game. Yeah. So, how can you do better next time? Should be the question that you ask if it doesn't plan out the way that you want, right? I feel if you're dealing with Aries, Scorpio, Earth signs, yeah, are on the board as well, but I'm feeling more Taurian energy with that Knight of Pentacles, or perhaps you have a heavy Taurus placement, which makes you a bit stubborn, especially considering the Emperor card is out here. We do know that Aquarius as a shadow likes to think that they know everything. They're very intelligent. To me personally, Aquarius are the most intelligent IQ wise of the zodiac. yeah? EQ wise, not so much all the time, okay? Let's be real. So they can shut down in spaces where its emotions are required because their logical brain, they can't logic it out of seeing it working, right? So they'll shut down how they feel. And I feel that's what you did in the past, and now you're kind of wanting to make a return to someone, because it doesn't matter how much work you do, no matter how much you try to let go here with the Four of Cups, King of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Four of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles, to the Ace of Pentacles. Aquarius, it's still there in your heart no matter what you try to do. And your first card out is the Nine of Swords. So if you're up at night, like anxious and stressing about a connection that you feel like you missed out on, I'm going to say there's a potentiality of it, of you actually having missed out. I'm sorry to say here. Yeah? But you need to go and look at the Libra reading. And this week, it's all going to be about how you can alchemize this and turn this into more empowerment for you. Rejection is redirection. Rejection is protection, right? These aren't just little euphemisms that everybody uses to spiritual bypass, right? It's like, well, it's giving me an opportunity to look deeper within myself of how I can be better within myself, because it's all an inner game, okay? So, Six of Wands, Three of Wands, Six of Swords. It's a dissolving of the ego, yeah? And a deciding of, with the Three of Wands in the middle of the two sixes, it's a decision to dissolve the ego yet again, all right? Which is really beautiful, because you're going from a Knight of Wands energy into an Emperor energy, and then through Knight of Cups energy, so you're tapping into your emotions here, and then you're coming into a King of Cups energy. So if you're a masculine watching this and you just feel like that was the harshest reading ever, please know, brothers, like, I can relate. Yeah. I've had to address my own inner masculine a lot, because I lived in my masculine a lot of my life. So I can relate to shutting down as well. However, when we tap in and tune into our feminine, yeah, and really embrace, like, it's yummy in there. Like, bros, get used to it. You know, like, vulnerability doesn't mean weakness. Being intimate doesn't mean that you're going to get hurt. It means that, yes, there's the possibility of it. However, true intimacy, true vulnerability is even more beautiful, because it doesn't matter what the result of it is, all right? It's you having the strength to do it in the first place. That's what's so beautiful, yeah? And that's what all the feminines want. They want you to be able to tap into that, you know, to reveal your human side, yeah? So that the feminine can bolster you and support you to being the best version of you, and an integrated version of you with, you know, all of your shadows accepted as you are, because we all have that inner wildness within us, right? Like, for me personally, if you haven't tapped into your inner dark masculine, and your warrior and your inner wild aspect, we're probably not going to get along, straight up. So yeah, I feel that this is a week for you for a massive spiritual growth lesson and integration for you, for all the aqua masculines that are watching right now. And I just want to say kudos to doing the work, you know, like, yeah, lead the charge, yeah. A lot more masculines are stepping up and doing the work these days, and it's fucking beautiful to witness. Like, my heart just went, oh, when I said that. So, yeah. And for all of my aqua femmes who, you know, treat this as this is work for your inner masculine to do. Yeah? Because we need to come within union within first. And I don't mean first as in you're not going to find a partner until you've done it, or you're not going to find a counterpart until you've done it. I don't mean that. I just mean we need to come into an integrated level of union within as ourselves before we can invite somebody else in to be our counterpart and our partner. That's what I mean when I say, you know, union within first before it's external. Yeah? So, brothers and sisters, however you identify, thank you all so much for being here. Please know that we are all having to do the work right now. We are all in very, very challenging energies, and it is going to maintain that way for quite some time. It's not going to ease up anytime soon, okay? We're going to see Mercury go retrograde on the 10th of September. Okay, station retrograde on the 10th, go retrograde on the 11th, and I believe it's the 3rd. Yeah, 2nd of October it will station direct, and then on the 3rd of October it will go be direct, but it's not going to be until November that it finishes that post retrograde shadow period. Okay, like the 2nd of November. So we've still got Mercury playing with us as well. It'll be retrograding in Libra and then coming back into Virgo, okay? So a lot more clarity will be afforded during that period as well. Mercury is not terrible. I'm feeling I might do a read on it. However, this has gone for a lot longer than I expected. However, it has been a while since I've done one of these videos. So I just want to say thank you all so much for everyone for watching. And if you've watched right from the beginning, thank you. That's amazing. I really appreciate you. Please drop in the comments what resonated. Please drop in the comments any advice that you have for the videos as well. Yeah, like I'm a manifesting generator and I respond. So if you have, like, tell me what you want to see and I'll be able to create it. Yeah? All right. So the description box as well, guys, before I go. Apologies. Description box below for bookings, natal charts, services. I have a sale on natal charts at this point in time for $50. There's 14 spaces left available at that price. And then on the 9th of September, all of my offerings are getting wiped clean and I'm starting from scratch. And I'm creating a reduced amount of offerings because I have so much up there at the moment. So I'm not sure if all of them are going to get wiped or only some of them are going to get wiped. However, I'm saying that all of the prices are going to be raised. All of the prices will go up. And yeah, a lot of the offers that are there now are not going to be there come 9th of September. So please go and check out my website below. All of the offers are linked below as well. In detailed links, so you can just go straight to the page of whatever you feel to, okay? Excuse me. Apologies, I was trying to wait until the end of the video, but it just got so bad. So thank you all so much for being here. I can't wait to get more subscribers so that I can go live on my phone with you guys. And I want a community page as well, so I need 500 subscribers for that. So thank you all so much for being here. I really trust that the readings and messages served. They are timeless. And if you're new to my channel and this is the first video you've watched, please go and jump over to my playlist and have a look through all my content. It'd be lovely to connect with you in the comments section. Have a beautiful week, guys, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye.